Final home walkthroughs are very important when purchasing property, and we're going to talk about it. So what is a final home walkthrough? It's basically on the day of closing, maybe a couple days before, you walk through the property and look for things maybe out of the ordinary or things that weren't removed. And if it's not removed, then you can go back to negotiations and be like, so what's up with this? And it can really be a lifesaver if something shows up on a final home walkthrough and that maybe you weren't thinking of. We're going to talk about some things. So the first thing is smells. So maybe you walk in the house and you smell something like, what the heck is that smell? And lo and behold, you look around the corner and there's a dead rat, and then you look even further, there's more rats and just rats everywhere. Something like that could happen. And maybe something stinks and you smell like pet urine. You could easily tell that a dog or a cat peed on the carpet everywhere, or maybe you smell that and you do some more investigating, there's poop. Like you never know what's going to happen, but if you smell something, that might be an indicator that something is up. And it could also be a sign of animals, that there could be animals in here somewhere. Like I had a friend tell me one time that there's a skunk actually inside someone's house in a final walkthrough. So that's really, really out of the ordinary, but something that could happen. Okay, so we talked about smells. You walk in, you smell anything, if it's good, not good, maybe do some investigating. Next is some water leaks. So around all the sinks, look underneath the sink if any pipes are leaking, anything like that. Flush toilets, make sure that let the toilets work, and maybe check the basement or the crawl space, see if there's any water in there. Because what if you didn't do a final walkthrough and now the first day you own the home, you walk in the basement, it's completely flooded. It's like, oh my goodness, like that's a huge thing that would be terrible. So it's something to think about. If there's water anywhere. So that's one thing. Another thing is repairs. So maybe you went in negotiations, you and the seller, and you're like, you know what, I want you to fix, I don't know, a leaking pipe or something. And go and behold, you're on the final day of walkthrough, and it's not repaired. So now you have proof like, well, we agreed that you were going to fix the pipe before closing, and it's not fixed. So now what? Maybe some loose siding or something like that. But anything that maybe you had in negotiations, you kind of want to see if it was repaired correctly. And it's like I said, I put in here, it's good to check than assume. So you may assume that the seller was going to do X, Y, Z for you, but it's better to just check and make sure. Okay? And if it's not repaired and it was agreed upon in writing, it may delay closing because it's not done. So then closing will get delayed until the seller does XYZ problem, and so that's something think about and keep in mind. And next thing is garbage. Like maybe they left some garbage everywhere and everything's moved out, and there's actually some wording in some contracts that can have the seller paid to get that crap out of there. And yeah, I put associates with the smell. So you walk in, you smell something, you actually find some garbage everywhere, and it's could be a problem. Like maybe you're purchasing a property where like a tenant was living there, and the person who owned the property didn't actually do the due diligence and check on it and make sure they got everything out the tenant did. Now the person who bought the property is walking in, there's some garbage, some leftover stuff, some things that are inside the house that weren't included in the this sale excludes section of a purchase agreement. So maybe that could, throw something off. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you learned something, just like a final home walkthrough, kind of what to look for, and maybe some common things that may happen. And if you found this video valuable, sub if you're on YouTube, like and follow if you're on Facebook or any other platform. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.